Champlain Housing Trust is the largest community land trust still in the U.S. And we're 32 years old, founded in 1984. So a community land trust purpose is to, you know how conservation land trusts take land out of the market because it's going to be permanently conserved for environmental reasons, you know, habitat preservation. We do the same thing. We're taking the land forever, but for community needs, community-based needs, urban needs. And the biggest one is housing. It's not publicly owned land, and it's not fully privately owned.
So my name is Stan, and I work for Homebase Incorporated. It's an agency that helps provide services and support for people with disabilities here in Burlington. And we actually rent from the Community Housing Trust this space, which is, makes it affordable for nonprofits to be able to rent in Burlington proper. It's been invaluable to low to moderate income people to be able to have affordable housing in urban areas and in rural areas as well. Their model of making the land and therefore the property, the house and the property, perpetually affordable is the most important aspect of their mission in my mind.
You don't know the movie star Marsha Mason, do you?
No.
No, see, you're too young.
Who was she?
She, Marsha Mason. Same name I have.
American
Marsha
movie star.
Mason, right. American movie star. I live at the Flint Avenue Housing Cooperative. And I was a board member when they first merged as a land trust and a housing development corporation way back in the 80s, I think, the late 80s.
And I live in a land trust house, so the land is owned by the land trust, and my house sits on that land, and so I own the house and they own the land. So I moved from an apartment that cost me $750 a month, and it was horrible. The conditions of that place were terrible, to a whole house that was quite a bit less than that per month, plus the taxes, so it kind of came out to about the same, but I get a whole house.
She's got the American dream.
I do, I really do.
Yeah, she does.
And it's a gorgeous house. You have to show me showing you the house.
You got a lot of pictures there.
I know.
Wow.
And when I get very elderly and hopefully pass away in this house, I never want to leave this house. This house will go back to the land trust automatically, the way I have done the paperwork, and the next family will get to buy it at a very reasonable price.
It's a perfect model. I don't necessarily need to own the land as long as I can do what I need to do with it, within reason, obviously. The fact that they can make it affordable for folks is probably the biggest thing, is that I didn't need that extra huge amount to pay off in the next 30 years.
I've lived in my apartment now for over 7 years. For a downtown apartment with a view of Lake Champlain and being right downtown, it's quite affordable, for sure.
Have you come across any challenges or problems with the trust for you personally? There must be something that's bad. Something, one little
I don't
thing.
know. There's no parking downtown? Maybe that?
I lease the land and I own the home. I lease an acre and a half. But I think you were asking numbers as far as like...
No, like how much do you pay a month or year for your actual...
That fee is $35 a month.
$35?
It's very reasonable.
That's not a lot.
Might be like less than your cell phone plan.
Do you think it's a model for other cities to look at and copy?
Oh, sure. I'd say definitely. If you get the right people to put the programs together and do it right, it would be lovely if there were many more places like the Champlain Housing Trust.
We've always seen as one of our missions to help promote the model everywhere, which we've done a lot of.
It is a fantastic way to help change society for the better. Not just American culture, but international culture.
I think it's a great model for the whole world.